Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I truly believe that I have had the honor of creating content for people who love Descendants and Zombies with all of their heart. And I can never seem to say thank you enough for the love and respect you guys have had for every video that I've had the honor of creating. Just hoping that I was going to be able to resonate with thousands of fans of Descendants and Zombies who come by the thousands to watch this YouTube channel every day. Having this YouTube channel see over 100,000 channel views in less than 1 year is truly incredible. It's a milestone that I will never ever forget. And knowing that we have nearly 3,500 people having subscribed here to this YouTube channel out of love and support for their favorite characters, and really what was a beautiful story, and a life-changing experience for yours truly, because I don't know of anything that I've ever experienced that even comes close to a comparison that could be made for what Descendants and Zombies fans did for me. Because you guys allowed me to be heard by more people than ever before. And that's the one thing that I will never forget any of you because you gave me a chance to be a part of your story. Because I've always believed that everybody has their own story. And it's up to you how you want your story to be told. It's up to you how you want to be remembered. If you've ever believed in a dream that you may have followed for forever, then you should continue on following your passions and pursue your dreams and your goals. Because we only have one life to live, and if there's anything Descendants of Zombies has ever taught us from time to time, it's to appreciate time and to appreciate the friendships that kind of come into our lives without any explanation having been offered. We just become friends with people mysteriously, and we remain friends with them for forever and always. And now more than ever, because of Descendants of Zombies, we are making more friends. We're having the opportunity to really become known more than ever before. Because you guys are very passionate about Descendants of Zombies, and I see this every day on social media. People are always throwing up photo ops or photoshopped images of their favorite characters, talking about their favorite songs and videos they create themselves for YouTube creation. It's really, really cool to see how much inspiration you guys draw from Clarke and Freya Sky, and I've had the honor of meeting thousands of people, which a lot of people really don't have the chance to do every day. But over the last year, I've had the honor of meeting so many incredible fans who have shared with me their story. And if you are somebody who is new here on this YouTube channel, welcome in. It's my honor to meet you. I don't have to know you to know whether or not you're a great person, because I've always believed that everybody is a great person in their own unique way that separates them from everybody else from being a Descendants of Zombies fan, because everybody has a definitive reason as to why they love Clarke so much, why they love Freya Sky with all of their heart. And I want you guys to forever and always know that I will never forget any of you, and I will forever and always support you for how you feel about Clarke and Freya Sky, because really, all I've ever wanted is for my story to be heard from my perspective on how I was a fan of Clarke and Freya Sky for many years, for what really felt like forever. I had no idea how I was going to reach out and touch the hearts of thousands of people who would eventually subscribe here to this YouTube channel. I just had a hope and a dream that this would become everybody's favorite YouTube channel. Maybe not overnight, but hopefully eventually it would be a YouTube channel for its content that would resonate with thousands of people. And lo and behold, over a year later, actually less than 1 year later, we are here with over almost 5,000 people having subscribed to this YouTube channel. And I will forever be appreciative of the chance that you guys gave me as a YouTube content creator, because as I just said, this opportunity is far and in between and doesn't really happen for every YouTube creator who's ever had a dream to become some of the greatest of all time. You know, I would love for every fan of Descendants of Zombies, it shouldn't come as a secret, that I would love for every fan of Descendants of Zombies to subscribe here to this YouTube channel. Perhaps maybe because they love Clarke and Trell, or they love Freya Sky with all of their heart. Maybe you're a fan of Malia Baker, who I was a huge fan of from the Babysitters Club and Are You Afraid of the Dark's reboot back in 2022. Seeing what she offered to those franchises were incredible, and seeing her as Chloe Charming is truly breathtaking to me. I never imagined that the daughter of Prince Charming and Cinderella would be represented so phenomenally by Malia Baker the way that she was. But when it comes to telling the story of the daughter of Prince Charming and Cinderella, I really do believe she did a fabulous job, and I think there are going to be more incredible opportunities coming her way in the very near future. So too Clarke and Trell, so too Freya Sky, because I have thousands of people who are subscribing here to this YouTube channel every time I've ever talked about Freya Sky, and I got to be honest with each and every one of you. Freya Sky is phenomenal. She is taking the breath out of everybody, because the thing is, her music is incredible, her photo shoots look amazing. She is really incredible, and I think that more of a chance needs to be given to her, along with a lot more respect from these reviews that are being posted on social media, which a lot of people really don't have time for, because you're a diehard fan of Freya Sky. You're probably somebody who has a Freya Sky poster on your wall, or you're wearing your Freya Sky tour hoodie. If you're somebody who's wearing a Freya Sky hoodie and you've never taken it off, I want you guys to know that I forever and always support you. For having a dream that you've always and forever carried with you that's held a special place in your heart for what must feel like forever. For believing in Freya Sky's music and hearing her story. Because she's always wanted to resonate with you by letting you know how she feels, either in her music or Q&A opportunities and interviews she may have conducted, which sometimes have the same 10 repetitive questions asked all the time, which really doesn't give us much of a chance to really get to know Freya Sky or Kylie Cantrell. Believe you me, I know because I've seen it. I've been there. I've done it for many, many years. I may have never had the opportunity to interview Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky, but that goes without saying that I would love to take myself up on the opportunity to get to know these girls better than anybody ever did. Because the thing is, if you're looking for a guy who knows everything about Descendants of Zombies and your favorite stars and who appreciates them, then you should look no further than Jonathan Clarke. You see, I've always wanted to understand my audience, and I think there comes a value in your content when you take the time to understand your audience and what they love about Descendants of Zombies so much. Because it was never just about the music or about the story for every fan of Descendants of Zombies. There were a number of different contributions as to why Descendants of Zombies became everybody's favorite love story or everybody's favorite franchise. It was how you wanted to draw your favorite characters and learn. It was how you wanted to sing your favorite Descendants of Zombies songs, or you may have had a favorite song or a favorite scene that you always never forgot from the Descendants of Zombies franchises, because there were so many iconic moments. I always remember the elevator scene in the first Zombies movie when Zed looked at Addison for the first time and he said to her, "If zombies don't win at football, we'll never be accepted." And I think that scene really resonated with a lot of people because they were struggling with finding acceptance in their own lives because maybe a relationship wasn't really going the way they wanted it to, or their life wasn't turning out the way they expected it to. I think of that moment, that iconic elevator scene from Zombies 1, everybody just immediately resonated to it, and they immediately fell in love with these characters. I think from the very first moment they met each other in the zombie safe zone, we knew they were going to be something special. We didn't necessarily know they were going to go on to hold a very special place in our heart for over 7 years, but Zed and Addison's characters went on to become so iconic, and they became the power couple of this generation. I remember many power couples Disney Channel will try to introduce us to over the years, but I think that if there was ever one power couple that resonated with us time and time again, it would have to be Zed and Addison for everything they stood for, everything they wanted to represent, and how much they believed in each other. And I think Freya Sky and Malachi Burton are going to go on to hold a very special place in our heart for the next several years, because there are many more years and many more projects for the Zombies franchise to embark on that I'm incredibly excited to be a part of. Because you guys allowed me to be a part of your universe. You welcomed me into your universe as your voice of Descendants of Zombies. And I really wish more YouTube creators looked at this as an opportunity not only to talk about Descendants of Zombies, but to get to know you for the audience that you are. Over 85% of the Descendants of Zombies universe are girls, and they are very difficult to create content for. But if you actually take the time to understand your audience, you will know that they will appreciate everything that you have to say about Descendants of Zombies as long as you say something nice. Because they love Freya Sky, they love Kylie Cantrell with all of their heart, and I get that. And I understand how you feel about collecting Descendants of Zombies dolls. Many of you who are subscribed to this YouTube channel have a shelf in your room probably full of Descendants of Zombies dolls. Now, I never collected Descendants of Zombies dolls, but I've collected Disney merchandise for all of my life. It included pajamas, it included boxer shorts, it included action figures, it included dolls. I have a lot of Disney stuffies, as you guys can get from my YouTube backdrop here. Stitch, Dumbo, Mickey and Minnie are here. I've always had this passion for Disney's characters because this is what Disney always wanted to represent. He wanted to represent his own message of kindness. And if I could never represent a message of kindness in every video that I ever uploaded themed around Descendants of Zombies, then I would feel like I let not only myself down, but I would let my audience down. And I never ever wanted to let any of you down. I wanted to provide you with the best character breakdowns, the best reviews and analogies that I possibly ever could about Descendants of Zombies. Because once you win the heart of every fan of Descendants of Zombies out there, no matter who watches your video, you've truly got something to be grateful for. And I am eternally grateful for this opportunity to talk with you about Freya Sky and how strong I believe she looks. Freya Sky has never looked stronger since the release of her Stardust EP, which is coming out on February 4th, 2026. A lot of big things are happening for Freya Sky and are in the works. Of course, the Stars Align tour is to promote the release of her EP, and I think her EP is going to sell millions of copies. People are obviously going to resonate and relate to this music, and that's what's so special about Freya Sky, is her ability to relate and to connect with her audience, which a lot of people of this new generation really never take the time to do. They just come out and perform for 3 hours. Some of them break, some of them don't break, and they go right on through a 3-hour performance, but they never take the opportunity to have a Q&A or to sign autographs or get to meet and greet with each and every one of you. I remember years ago when a Hilary Duff concert was taking place in the town that I live in. So hours before the concert, something happened with the band equipment, and they couldn't get Hilary Duff's band equipment across the river. So as a result of it, they just immediately canceled the show, with no opportunities to have meet and greets with Hilary Duff, no opportunity to have autographs signed or to sell Hilary Duff merchandise. I've seen this happen time and time again. Hilary Duff came first, Selena Gomez a number of years later. They all backed out of their performances. They never really took the time to relate and understand their niche. But I think every star of Descendants of Zombies has always and forever came through. Every star of Descendants of Zombies has shined through in so many incredible ways. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't say thank you for believing in the Descendants of Zombies merchandise and believing in the Descendants of Zombies franchise, I should say, as much as what you have. I have to tell you guys, the Descendants of Zombies Worlds Collide Tour merchandise really impressed me. It had nothing to do with the quality of the merchandise. It was just how the merchandise was able to resonate with thousands of people. Because you can't lie, you went to the Worlds Collide Tour and you wanted more than anything in the world to have a Worlds Collide Tour hoodie. Many of you couldn't get your hands on them because they were selling out so fast at the merch stands. The thing is, people never really care about the quality of the merchandise. It's just about how the feeling that you get from wearing the Descendants of Zombies Worlds Collide Tour hoodie or jacket. I remember years ago when the first ever Hannah Montana jackets became available to the public. And everybody wanted the Hannah Montana jackets. They didn't care about the quality of the jacket. They just cared about wearing the Hannah Montana logo for how iconic it was and being a fan of Hannah Montana. I never ever forgot it. And I'm saying to myself, you know, Descendants of Zombies really resonates with more people than ever before. More people than Hannah Montana ever could. There were people who were also huge fans of the original Wizards of Waverly TV series years ago. But there's truly no comparison to the effect that Descendants of Zombies has had on millions of hearts. I want you guys to know that I appreciate each and every one of you for whatever reason you found my channel tonight, and for whatever reason that you represented yourself for being a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because you should never be afraid to let the world know how you feel about Descendants of Zombies. Kind of like this crazy guy. I never ever thought that my voice would be heard by more people who are fans of Descendants of Zombies than it's being heard right now. People are tuning into this show every single night because they know I have something insightful to say about Descendants of Zombies in the way of a review, a character breakdown, a prediction I could make. I've had fun creating all of these videos. I put smiles on people's faces together. We've cried together. We've laughed together. We've shared in some emotional times and truly unforgettable moments in the history of Descendants of Zombies. And thousands of people have watched this channel. They may never have subscribed, but thousands of people have watched this show with over 100,000 channel views happening in less than 1 year. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't say thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this story, to have come on this incredible journey with each and every one of you who love Freya Sky with all of your heart. Because I'm here to tell you guys there's nothing wrong with loving people like Freya Sky and Kylie Control with all of your heart, because I love them too. I've watched them ever since they were at least 13 years old. I knew they were going to be something special. And if I was ever going to say anything at all about Kylie and Freya, it was going to have to be something nice, hoping that I could resonate with thousands of people that I've already had the honor of resonating with, but thousands of people I have yet to resonate with, and I'm looking forward to being a part of many more conversations, even with the thousands we've already had, the hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours, of content that I've archived for everybody on this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel truly has something here for everybody in its YouTube channel archives, no matter what you're a fan of, related to Descendants of Zombies. I never imagined that my popularity would go through the roof, having something to do with Descendants of Zombies, for how I would achieve acceptance eventually into this niche. Because for a YouTube creator, this doesn't happen for everybody, to fall into a niche and to have the opportunity bestowed upon him to meet thousands of people who love Descendants of Zombies in his channel so much. But I have never referred to it as my YouTube channel that I created. I've referred to it as our YouTube channel that we created together, because this content was created for you. It was inspired by you and your favorite characters from Descendants of Zombies. And I've just had the time of my life honoring these franchises the way they've forever and always been meant to be honored. Because I feel as if everybody's a critic on YouTube, and I've received my fair share of criticism for sharing with you my thoughts and my reviews on Descendants of Zombies. But along with the criticism I received from not everybody, a few people, I achieved acceptance, because I always wanted to be accepted by this niche. I never knew how I was going to be able to do it, to resonate with thousands of people, but I had the honor of doing it. And I will never ever forget any of you for giving me this chance, because you guys allowed me to be a part of something so special and an opportunity that I know that I will never ever forget. This is really magic. And I've always believed in magic happening for everybody, and true love being found by everybody, and everybody being given a second chance. And I've always wanted you guys to believe in whatever dream you had. Many of you probably have a dream of joining the cheerleading squad like Addison, or maybe some of you have a dream of joining the football team like Zed, or maybe some of you even have a dream of being a Disney princess like Red or Mal. Even if your dream is to be a Disney princess, I think you should pursue it, even with how unrealistic it could be for many people out there, because there are girls out there that can't really stand Disney princesses. I've heard those stories too. But I've always wanted to give Disney princesses a chance. I've heard even ridiculous stories about how girls couldn't stand Disney princesses for their flawless images. But the thing about a Disney princess is, when you really think about it, a Disney princess just wants to put off a strong image, give off a strong image and a strong vibe for everybody, to let them know that everything is going to be okay. That's all Belle ever wanted to be a part of. That's all Aurora ever wanted to be a part of. That's all Jasmine ever wanted to be a part of. She wanted to represent a strong, fearless girl to inspire more people out there to be stronger and more fearless than ever before. And I think your favorite Descendants princesses of all time have been able to do just that, because Red was a character who resonated with more people than I think Mal ever did. Because Mal may have resonated with millions of people, but there are millions upon millions of people who are resonating with Kylie Control even more as the character Red, because even Kylie Control is learning how to perceive herself through that character. And she's taken something special away from that character every single time that she's ever had the opportunity to perform. I will never forget her performances at the Worlds Collide Tour for how they resonated with you and how they touched your heart, because she reminded you every single night she ever stepped out onto that stage that a dream is really realistic for everybody, and a dream can happen for no matter who it is out there who believes in a dream. No matter what your goal is or your dream is, you should continue to follow your passions, and you should pursue your dream no matter how long it takes you. There are people out there that will forever and always achieve their dreams ever before you do, but everybody eventually does have a light, and everybody does eventually find it. It's just a matter of time before it happens for you. And the thing is, the reality of it all is, you could be next. And I just want you to know that I've forever and always supported each and every one of your dreams, and just like I've supported you being fans of Descendants of Zombies, because this story never really has had to be over. I think that people like Freya Sky and Kylie Control are never too young to learn something new, and I think that you're never too old also to learn something new. So I think it really works both ways, and even though they still have a long way to go, I'm expecting great numbers for them. I'm expecting wonderful reviews. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of criticism for the new EP called Stardust. I'm sure the name of it will receive a lot of criticism, but if you're a diehard fan of Freya Sky, then you have more reason to be excited about Freya Sky's future than perhaps ever before. I can't lie to you guys. The reason why I'm sitting in this chair every day reviewing Freya Sky is because I think she is absolutely spectacular. I think she's amazing. I think she's the most amazing superstar I've ever had the honor of reviewing. And I've reviewed many of them, from Ariana Grande to Sabrina Carpenter, you name them, and I've talked about them. But I have never been as well received as I've been by the fans of Descendants of Zombies, who obviously have seen something special with Freya Sky, Kylie Control, and carried it with them for forever. And if you are somebody who has carried this belief that Freya Sky and Kylie Control are some of the greatest of all time with you for forever, then I love you, man, with all of my heart. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for having loved Kylie Control and Freya Sky with all of your heart, because it really has gone the distance and really has stood the test of time. We have really been a part of history over the last decade. A lot can happen in 10 years, I know, and the thing about time is we never seem to know how much time we have. But in the time we've spent together and we've shared our stories about being fans of Descendants of Zombies, I would like to believe that I've resonated with more fans than I've ever been given credit for. And I've succeeded at touching the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies out there. Because the reality of life is we still have a long way to go. And this story is far from over, and we have more of a reason to be excited about what's yet to come and what's yet to happen in stories of Red and Chloe and Pink, who is eventually going to become a part of this franchise's Red sister. I think Leomani Segura has a lot to offer to this franchise and is giving us more of a reason to be more excited than perhaps ever before. I think we have so much to talk about and get to in the year of 2026, even with how big of a year 2025 was. For fans of Descendants of Zombies, 2026 is shaping up to be just as incredible of a year, and certainly nothing short of phenomenal. And I'm so excited to be a part of it and to share in these experiences with every fan of Descendants of Zombies as I continue to enthrall you. And I continue to resonate with every fan of Descendants of Zombies, and hopefully, just maybe, I will touch your heart. Thank you so much for having watched this video. Thank you so much for having believed in Descendants of Zombies as much as what you have, because your kindness and your generosity to these franchises, along with your contributions, will never ever be forgotten. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. And thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to have come into your life and to have represented you as your voice of Descendants of Zombies as I continue to share my story with you about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies, which has everything to do with how much you yourself have believed in Descendants of Zombies. Thank you so much for having watched this video. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. I will be back in just a couple of hours from now with a brand new video for you guys, so keep watching for that video to drop in this YouTube channel archives. Until then, we will pick up this conversation from where we left it off as soon as possible, and all I've ever wanted you guys to do is believe in Descendants of Zombies even more than you already have. Unquestionably, we feel very passionate about this future up and coming for Zombies 5 and Descendants 5, and I couldn't feel more honored to be a part of it and to share in that with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for having watched this video.